Hi folks. Well, the international hunt is over because that fella there, what's his name, Julian Assange of Assange of Wikileaks fame, he surrendered himself to British authorities to be arrested based upon an INTERPOL warrant issued by the nation of Sweden because some dubious activities on his part, says they. Well, we'll get into that part after I explain basically what transpired. An army private of the United States of America, Pfc, what's his name, something Manning, Bradley Manning, somehow he got a hold of over 250,000 diplomatic cables. Now, how he got that, I did not understand. Well, he turns them over to this WikiLeaks person, which is, according to them, was supposed to be damaging to the United States and cause great harm to this country. So says they. Well, a lot of the documents that have been released so far, and those of us who keep up with the news and the operation of our government, we're really not surprised by the preponderance of material that thus far has been released. Rather embarrassing for the United States, but the information detailed in there, if you follow the news closely, you're not surprised by any of that material. However, what is bad about that is one aspect is there was a document that released infrastructure and facilities crucial to the United States in this country and around the world, that if the terrorists were to attack any of these facilities or infrastructure, it will cause great harm and damage to the United States. That one document can prove to be very damaging to this country, which as a result, this WikiLeaks fella there, he should be charged with espionage. And the private there, Manning, he should be tried for treason, both of whom, if somebody as a result of these releases is killed or murdered, they should receive a bullet in their empty heads for that. But has Eric Holder, Attorney General of the United States, sought to file any charges against these two? It's quite interesting to see whether they do that or not. But here's the story, folks. Back in the day when the United States was not crippled with liberalism, we would have known how to deal with this fella from WikiLeaks. Why, he would have been sitting in a third-floor flat at his kitchen table, enjoying breakfast, and out of nowhere, a runaway truck would have rolled right through the kitchen, flattening him out, causing death upon his person. And everybody would be scratching their empty heads and saying, "Golly gee willikers, how did that happen?" I don't know. Or he just would have disappeared. But because this nation is crippled by liberalism, political correctness, things like this are permitted to continue. Thank you, liberals. Now let's get back to this gentleman's warrant that he's been arrested in the United Kingdom, the warrant issued by Sweden. It's interesting because it was liberals attacking liberals. He's an extreme liberal. Well, he's in Sweden at some seminar, something having to do with the Brotherhood Movement, whatever that is. And he comes across a member of the Brotherhood Movement, some young lady, who he spends days with in her apartment. In other words, he's shacking up with her while he's there in Sweden. And he's having consensual sex with this young lady. Well, then he meets up another young lady who's a feminist activist. He goes to her place and they have sex. No problem. But the last time he had sex with that feminist broad, he did not use a condom. Well, so now he leaves and she's upset about this, that she's worried she caused some sort of a disease or something. So she calls the first broad, not knowing they had sex. And they discussed it. She mentioned she had sex with this fella, unprotected. And the other lady says, "Wait a minute, he sexed me up too. He sexed both of us? Yeah, that's what he did, kids." So they go to the police station to file rape charges, even though it was consensual. But because he did not wrap his manhood in a plastic wrapper, That's what the charges stem from. You know, for years I've been complaining about the United States government being in our toilets because they dictate the size of our flush tanks. I guess in Sweden you have it a little worse there. They wrap themselves, the government is wrapping themselves around the male manhood or penis. So he gets arrested because he basically didn't use a condom. Al Capone, the gangster from Chicago, his gangster activities did not do him in. He did not pay taxes. So they got him on tax evasion. Something as simple as that, and something as simple as a condom, is causing this guy to have been arrested. His liberal broads turned against this liberal man. Now, why did that happen? Because there's a quote, something that hell hath no fury like that of a woman scorned. See? I love it when liberals attack women. I mean, excuse me, when liberals attack liberals. But I think it would have been even better had these two broads had a cat fight. That's what they need to do, kids. All right. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. See ya.